Hi everyone, my name is Myracle Johnson. I'm from LaSalle County and my 4-H age is 15 years old. Today I'm going to be telling you all about what I believe to be the future of food, vegetarianism and veganism. Now, with the rising popularity of vegan and vegetarian food brands and restaurants, I'm sure you're familiar with the lifestyle. If not, then allow me to be your guide. My mom and I have been vegetarian for the past 6 years since 2019. And many people get vegans and vegetarians confused because of their similar diets, but here's the difference. Vegetarians don't eat any meat or poultry, and depending on their choices, they also may not eat any seafood, fish, dairy, or animal byproducts. Vegans, on the other hand, don't eat any animal products or animal byproducts, meaning that they don't eat any meat, poultry, seafood, fish, honey, dairy, or eggs, which is a lot, right? Now, there are a couple different types of vegetarians. The main two types are lacto-ovo vegetarians that don't eat any meat or poultry yet still eat dairy and eggs, and pescatarians that don't eat any meat or poultry yet still eat fish and seafood. Now, my mom and I are lacto-ovo vegetarians, and we also choose not to eat animal byproducts. Now, whether or not a vegetarian eats animal byproducts is really up to them, and it depends on their choices. I've mentioned animal byproducts a couple of times during my speech, and you may be wondering, well, what are those? Well, animal byproducts are the parts of animals used to make cosmetics, clothing, and food. Some common animal byproducts used in food are gelatin, which is made from the bones and hooves of animals and is used to make stretchy things like marshmallows and jellos, bone char, which is used to refine and whiten sugar, and enzymes. Enzymes are one of the most common animal byproducts used in food, since they are used in the cheese-making process, as well as to make breads, and, as I recently learned, even in milk. The most common enzyme used is rennet, which is used to make hard cheeses like Parmesan and Assago. Soft cheeses, on the other hand, don't use enzymes. Instead, they use lemon juice or vinegar to curdle. To know whether or not a cheese is vegetarian, you can simply look on the ingredients and see whether it lists animal enzymes, like rennet, or microbacterial enzymes, which are from plants. Humans, animals, and plants all use enzymes to help us digest our food. Two vegetarian cheese brands that I found in stores local to me are the Belgosai cheese brand at Hy-Vee and the Forium Select brand at Aldi. I've also found a couple of cheese brands at Walmart, but they don't have as wide of a selection as Aldi or Hy-Vee does. Now, with all the things I've just listed, you may think that being a vegetarian or vegan is a very constrictive diet and wonder why anyone may choose to become one. Well, there are a couple of different reasons. The first one is for animal welfare, since many people, like me, simply don't want to eat animals, or they may be concerned that many factory farming companies keep animals in inhumane and crowded conditions, which many people choose not to support. The second reason is for the environment, since livestock production contributes to 12 to 20% of global greenhouse emissions, according to the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency. And just one cow can produce over 100 pounds of methane, which is a very harmful gas to our atmosphere. Livestock production can also contribute to things like water pollution and soil corruption. The third reason is health concerns, which brings me to my next topic, the health benefits of becoming a vegetarian or vegan. By becoming a vegetarian, you can decrease your risk for cancer by over 10%, as well as decreasing your risk of heart disease, stroke, as well as type 2 diabetes, and lowering your sodium and cholesterol levels. However, this also depends on the person, because if someone chose to become a vegetarian simply because of health concerns, it may not be fully their choice, which can lead to them having a diet higher in junk foods, which are high in sodium, and as well as plant-based meats, which are high in sodium and lots of other things. Now, vegetarianism and the plant-based food market experienced a major boom within the pandemic, rising over 10%. Now, you may think that vegetarianism is something that's pretty new, but it's actually been around for a long time. All the way back in 3000 BC, Egyptians practiced a form of vegetarianism, and in the 5th and 6th centuries, Greeks and Hindus also practiced a form of vegetarianism. In 1847, the first vegetarian society was formed in England, and in 1908, the first Vegetarian World Convention was held in Germany. As of today, around 3% of the world is vegan and around over 20% is vegetarian. I hope that my speech today has encouraged you to lead a healthier lifestyle if you don't already, and that you've learned something about vegetarians and vegans today. Thank you.